Hello kids, I'm so excited to be with you today. In today's lesson, we are going to be looking at another interesting topic that is very good for us as kids, as humans. We need to know more about this topic. And this topic is self-esteem. First, we are going to be looking at what is self-esteem. Self-esteem is the belief and pride we have in ourselves. It is the way we feel about ourselves and the things we can do. Self-esteem is accepting ourselves the way we are. When it says self-esteem is the pride and belief we have in ourselves, that means that you know yourself. You know that this is what I can do. This is what I am made of. So because you know yourself, because you know that this is what you are made of, you feel happy. You feel better about yourself. So it is the way we feel about ourselves, and you already know the things that you can do. So because of these things, you are confident in yourself. That is why it says self-esteem is accepting ourselves the way we are. You already know yourself, so you just have to accept yourself that way. Then we are also going to be looking at types of self-esteem. There are two main types of self-esteem. We have the high self-esteem and the low self-esteem. When you talk about the high self-esteem is the one that makes you to believe in yourself. The way you think, you are very sure of yourself. You are very sure of your abilities. You believe in yourself. The way you think very well of yourself and your ability, because you know what you can do. You know what you are capable of. So because of these qualities that you possess, you are very confident in your ability. You are very sure of yourself, and when you have high self-esteem, is what is expected of every one of us. We should know our worth. We should not be wanting to be someone else. You should not be saying, no, I want to be Miss Rita, or I want to be Mr. Osende. No, you know yourself. You know how your ability is. So, and you are very sure of yourself. Why the other one is low self-esteem. When we are talking about low self-esteem, we are talking about lack of confidence. These persons have lack of confidence and feel badly about themselves. They feel bad about themselves. They lack confidence about themselves. Their minds, their abilities are filled with doubt, with criticism about themselves and their abilities. They doubt themselves. They often say, I'm not sure I can. I'm not sure I'll be able to do this task. This task is too difficult. This task is too hard. I can't do it. They criticize themselves. They doubt their ability. They doubt things that they can do. And this low self-esteem causes a lot of problem for them. And as kids, and as standing kids, and as lovely humans, we are not supposed to have low self-esteem. We are all expected to have high self-esteem. We should know ourselves. We should know our qualities. We should build up our talent. And at the end of the day, we'll be very confident in ourselves. Next one we'll be looking at is elements of high self-esteem. The first one we'll be looking at is believing in oneself and taking positive decision. Believing in oneself and taking positive decision. That is why I said high self-esteem is so important, because you already know yourself. You believe in yourself, and you are ready to always take a positive decision. You don't take anything for I can't. You don't hear someone that has a very high esteem say, I will not be able, I can't do it. The only thing you will hear such person saying is, let me try. I feel I can do it. Let me put in my best to see how it goes. And at the end of the day, the person comes out being victorious. The second one there says, accepting ourselves the way we are. Just like I said, you can't be comparing yourself with others. You can't say, oh, I wish I am Joy. I wish I am Frida. I wish I am Agbe. You already know yourself. So accept yourself for who you are. If there are areas you feel you don't like about yourself, then work on it and be better. Then the third one says, accepting ourselves and others. I like this one so much. Respecting ourselves and others. Respect is very, very important in our lives. You know, some persons, because you have a lot of charisma, because you have a lot of abilities, because you have a lot of confidence, you now see them, they will now start losing focus. When they see an elder, they don't show respect. When they see their teacher, they just walk past the teacher without greeting, without showing form of respect. Why? Because you are someone that knows what you are doing, because you have a lot of confidence, because you have a lot of abilities. You now see mommy and daddy, you don't take their instructions. No. Respecting ourselves and others is very important. Is one important element of self-esteem. Then the fourth one there says, feeling good and special about ourselves and what we can do. This one is also related to what I've been explaining. You already know that this thing, I can do it. I have the ability. I am so sure. I have this confidence that once you give this task to me, I can deliver. You know your word. So you are happy. You are excited about it. And at the end of the day, you will be able to carry it out. Then the next one says, another element of high self-esteem, it says trying to improve on those things we are not so good at doing. That is what I said. You don't need to have pride in it. You already know that, wow, the way I did this thing the other day was not that nice. Even if I was appreciated, I think I can get better in this. You are not having that pride in you. You are ready to learn again. You are ready to excel. So at the end, you will be able to be improving and be knowing more. Then the sixth one there says, accepting people the way they are. You cannot say, because you can do a lot of things, because you believe in yourself, because you have a lot of abilities. So the other people around you, when you come across people, you just talk to them anyhow. You just make the person feel bad. No, you have to accept people the way they are. Everybody cannot be like you, and everybody cannot be you. So you take people the way they are. Things that makes us special. There are a lot of things that make us special. This one is one part that I love so much. It's a physical and neat physical appearance. Pleasant and neat physical appearance. What this one is trying to talk about here is that when someone is neat, people will love to be around you. When someone is looking very neat, you see people, they want to be associated with you physically. because we are not seeing the inside of you. It's the physical part of you that we are seeing. So you should be neat all the time, because when you are neat, you will be a special person. The second one says good behavior, such as being respectful, obedient, and honest. When you have good behavior, when you don't lie, when you don't steal, when you are respectful, when you are obedient, when you are honest, these are some of the qualities that will make you special, that will make you outstanding, that will make people to want to be associated with you. The third one says special talents and skills like singing, playing musical instruments, and drawing. What this one is talking about is that when you have these talents like singing, like playing musical instruments, and drawing, people will like you, because these talents are things that is not every one of us that can acquire them. So if you can acquire any of these talents, you have to try as much as possible to grow with it, and these things makes us special. Then the fourth one there says special interest like sports and recitation. Special interest like sports and recitation. You can imagine when we used to carry out some ceremonies like graduation ceremony, you see some kids coming out, they'll take a long recitation, and at the end of the day, you see everybody clapping for them. Why? Because they've done something special. They've done something that everyone cannot do. So when you take interest in this kind of things like sports and recitation, these things makes you what? Special. It makes you different. It makes you outstanding from your peers. Then the fifth one says unique position in the family and school. That is, for example, in a ceremony, you see yourself coming out to come and take an award. When people are there in that gathering, they are happy. Mommy and daddy, they are happy. Everyone is so happy. Everyone is so excited for the achievement that you have gotten. So these unique positions in the family, they also makes us what? Special. Benefits. Self-esteem. High self-esteem will make us to like ourselves and others, because you know you have a lot of abilities already. You like yourself, you are proud of yourself and others. Self-esteem also makes us to be obedient at home and in the school. A child with a high self-esteem is always obedient in school. Anywhere, the child is always respectful, the child is always outstanding. You can't see the child with any bad behavior. The third one, any person with high self-esteem respect ourselves and others. We respect the opinions of other persons. We respect ourselves. We don't talk anyhow. We don't misbehave. It says identify our special gifts and talents and also develop them. You already know your talents. You already know that you are good in sport. You already know that you are good in playing guitar. You already know that you are good in drawing. Those talents that you have discovered that you are good in, you develop it and become an expert in that field. Another benefit of high self-esteem is trust ourselves in whatever we can do. We trust ourselves in whatever that we can do. With this explanation, kids, we now know more about self-esteem, and with this we'll be able to know that we have high self-esteem or we have low self-esteem, and whichever one that we find ourselves, let's work on it, but make sure that we believe and we have pride in ourselves. Thank you. Goodbye. See you in our next